Hi everyone, this is Ken with Ken's Insurance Agency. We're a full insurance brokerage. We are coming to you tonight to talk to you on one of our monthly webinars. This is our prepaid legal and identity theft protection webinar. We will be giving you information and stuff and all, and this is both a sales webinar and a recruiting webinar. So either way, you will get plenty of information, and then you can contact us to get more information.
These people are living the dream from the enviable comfort of their designated work areas. But if something unfortunate were to occur and they didn't have a will, do you know what would happen? What? Well, deciding what would happen to their bank accounts, their real estate, their little tiny bobblehead thingy collections, it would all be distributed according to the laws of their state or province.
What? Are you joking? What's happening now? That's unfair.
No, it's extremely unfair. Your assets at the mercy of some cold, unfeeling statutory formula? That sounds horrible. It is. That's why will preparation is of the utmost importance. And it's easy, because will preparation by a lawyer is part of your Legal Shield membership. The Prepare Your Will questionnaire in the mobile app will help you figure out what's important to you.
I figure no need to spend money on a will. I'll just write it out and stick it in the fire safe.
Oh yeah, that'll work. Because kids always agree on everything. Plus, like I said, it's included in the monthly membership.
Right now, it's just me and the cats. I need to be clear. What should happen if I'm not able to make my own healthcare decisions?
Well, that could be covered by a living will and a healthcare power of attorney. And the will would take care of the cats. Get a pull?
Took care of my will years ago, but I probably need to get it updated again. My full vinyl collection cannot end up in the wrong hands.
Well, Legal Shield can review and update your will yearly if you like.
What would happen to my Instagram and all my followers?
Start with the Prepare Your Will questionnaire in the Legal Shield mobile app. Your information will be sent directly to a lawyer to prepare your will. Simple. And you won't have to leave what's most important to you in the hands of bureaucrats.
Millions of people have their identities stolen. Take control of your identity with IDShield. IDShield monitors your personal information, such as your social security number, credit and debit card numbers, and social media accounts. We watch across the internet, including black market websites, government databases, and court records. We even provide child monitoring and monthly credit score tracking, which you can track right on the IDShield Plus mobile app. If any discrepancies with your identity are found, you'll receive an alert. If your identity has been stolen, a dedicated team of licensed private investigators are there at the touch of a button to restore your identity. IDShield also provides a $1 million identity fraud insurance policy. Protect the identity of you and your family and put a licensed private investigator in the palm of your hand with IDShield. Every year, millions of people face legal and identity theft issues. You can take control of your legal rights and identity with Legal Shield and IDShield. As a Legal Shield member, you'll have direct access to a dedicated law firm, so you can take proactive steps to protect your legal rights, such as having your rental agreement reviewed, your will prepared, and receiving legal guidance for things like a dispute with a neighbor or creditor. Your law firm can also write a letter or make a phone call on your behalf, and is even available 24/7 for emergency situations. And with the Legal Shield mobile app, you can quickly call your law firm, access legal forms, upload your speeding ticket for review, and have your will prepared. With IDShield, your personal information will be monitored across the internet, including black market websites and government databases. We provide child, credit, and social media monitoring too. If any discrepancies with your identity are found, you'll receive an alert. You can use the IDShield mobile app to track your alerts and your credit score. If your identity's been stolen, a dedicated team of licensed private investigators are there at the touch of a button 24/7 to restore your identity. Get the legal and identity theft protection you need and deserve with Legal Shield and IDShield. Every year, millions of people face legal and identity theft issues. You can take control of your legal rights and identity with Legal Shield and IDShield. Let's face it, lawyers are expensive. As a Legal Shield member, you'll pay an affordable monthly rate for an entire law firm versus high hourly legal fees. Legal Shield law firms have over 20 years of experience in many areas of law. You'll have direct access to one of our dedicated Canadian law firms, so you can take proactive steps to protect your legal rights, such as having your rental agreement reviewed, your will prepared, and receiving legal guidance for things like a dispute with a neighbor or creditor. Your law firm can also write a letter or make a phone call on your behalf. When you have a legal question or issue, you can simply call your law firm and a lawyer will return your call within 8 business hours or less. They're even available 24/7 for covered emergency situations. And with the Legal Shield mobile app, you can call your law firm at the touch of a button, access legal forms, upload your speeding ticket for review, and start your will preparation. Legal Shield makes receiving legal assistance easy and affordable. With IDShield, your personal information will be monitored across the internet, including your social insurance number, driver's license, passport, credit and debit card numbers, and email accounts. If any discrepancies are found, you'll receive an email alert. If your identity's been stolen, a dedicated team of fraud restoration specialists are there to recover and restore your identity. IDShield won't simply wait until your identity becomes compromised. Our trained restoration specialists are also available to offer proactive tips to protect your identity. And IDShield even has a $5 million service guarantee, which means that when identity theft happens, we'll do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to restore your identity. Get the legal and identity theft protection you need and deserve. Put a law firm in the palm of your hand today with Legal Shield and IDShield. Hello from Legal Shield. We believe every business deserves legal protection. But first things first, what is legal protection and why should you want it for your business? Quite simply, a legal protection plan gives you access to knowledgeable, experienced attorneys at an established law firm. Having access to an attorney can help with all kinds of things you may not have even realized. Things ranging from hiring and firing to equipment leases, from customer complaints to bad check recovery, and much more. An attorney can help you make the best decisions for your business and your future while ensuring you know your full legal rights. And that's always a good thing. So legal protection for your business is the smart choice. Now, why Legal Shield? For starters, Legal Shield has been in business for over 40 years. And right now, thousands of businesses trust Legal Shield for their legal protection plans. Legal Shield has partnered with a dedicated, full-service law firm in your state, which means two things. One, you never have to figure out which attorney to use since we've already done the legwork. And two, you always get an experienced attorney from your state dedicated to helping you and your business. When you have a legal question or issue, you can simply call your law firm and a lawyer will return your call within 4 business hours or less. Unexpected legal questions come up every day. So get the legal protection you need and deserve.
Now, before I go on, I want to let you know we recruit and sell in the UK, Canada, and the United States and Puerto Rico. So if you're in one of these areas, we can help you. Our apps and our sites are compatible with Spanish as well. So please feel free to contact us. We can even get a translator if necessary. Thank you, and let's continue.
Hi, I'm Brian Carruthers.
And I'm Darnell Self.
And we're super excited to be here today to share with you information that was shared with each of us several years ago that's had such a massive impact on us and our families. So Darnell's going to start off today explaining exactly what our company does. And I'll be back in a few minutes to share with you exactly how much this is going to be able to benefit you financially. Darnell?
So let me share with you my background prior to Legal Shield. I was a retail manager working at a mall here in the Washington, D.C. area. And if you're anything familiar with the retail industry, you know weekends are the most important times. And so I missed everything that happened in my personal life on the weekends, my kids' sporting events and birthday parties, family reunions. If it happened on the weekend, I missed it. So at 25 years old, I said, no way am I going to do this for the rest of my life. So I stepped out on faith to become an entrepreneur. And for 3 years, I went on a downward spiral from 2 cars to 1 car, and then I lost my last car. I really lose it. When you lose something, you don't know where to find it. I knew where to find my car. It was at Toyota Motor Corporation's parking lot. I just couldn't go pick it up. Funny today, not funny back then. Well, at 28 years old, I was introduced to Legal Shield, and it changed everything in my life. We've been stay-at-home parents for our 4 kids, and again, it's just been a real blessing for us. So today, I have an opportunity to share that information with you, but just as importantly as the opportunity is the services that we provide that really grab the heartstrings for me. You see, I realized that the best business models of today were those that disrupted existing models. You see, if you solve the biggest problems in this world for the most amount of people, you earn a lot of money. Let's look at what Uber did for the black car and taxi car industry. You see, they solved a huge problem and made billions of dollars along the way. Netflix did that for Blockbuster. You see, no longer do we have to go out and rent videos from a store. Airbnb in the accommodation and hotel industry. Amazon in the retail industry. So let me repeat. Those who solve the biggest problems for the most people make the most money. And our company's solving 2 significant problems. One, the justice system. You see, a lot of people say that it's broken, but it's not for those who make enough money to afford it. You see, the real color of justice isn't black or white, unfortunately, but it's green. We get as much justice as we can afford. And Legal Shield's leveling the legal playing field for the first time in North America. So let's talk about that problem that we're solving. You see, we give you access to a mobile app. You can actually contact a lawyer with the press of a button on your phone. And we're not just a company that's starting up today. We're a company that's been around for over 40 years, started in 1972. So we press a button and we have access to thousands of legal forms. If you say, no, I actually want to talk to a lawyer, you press a button, you actually talk to a lawyer on an unlimited amount of personal issues. That simply means that if I have a problem today, I can pick up the phone and talk to my lawyer and not have to worry about a bill showing up after that consultation. But not only will they give you consultation, they'll also write a letter or make a phone call for you if they deem that necessary. I'll never forget, I had a creditor harassing me over $92.20. And I thought to myself, well, I don't owe the $92, I'm not paying it. Well, this company said, we're gonna send your name to a collection agency if you don't pay it. I said, who's your supervisor? Well, they agreed with their coworker. And so I called Legal Shield. Legal Shield says, no worries, we'll write a letter on your behalf. I never forget the letter. It says, you must cease and desist or contact with our client pursuant to the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act. Now, I wouldn't have known to say that. In fact, the letter scared me. I almost wrote myself a check for $92. My point is, I never heard from that company again, but it's the power of a lawyer writing that letter versus Darnell writing that same letter. You see, it saved me time. It saved me money. There's no stressing, no guessing. I pressed the app and talked to my lawyer. They'll also review contracts and documents for you, up to 15 pages. They say the bold print giveth, but the fine print taketh away. So we have access now to lawyers who can review our documents before we sign our names to them. One of my favorite benefits of my Legal Shield membership, if I get a moving traffic violation, I get to press that button. It opens up my camera function on my phone, takes a picture of that moving traffic violation. It goes up to the law firm. They tell you the best way to handle that ticket. And listen, it's great when I get a deduction from my fine, but just as importantly, I want to keep the points off my license because we know auto insurance is already too expensive. And I can't tell you how many times my lawyers have been able to help me to get the points removed from my license. So if you drive like a teenager, you have teenage drivers in your household, this is going to be awesome for you. Another benefit with our service is you have access to a last will and testament. So I'm almost embarrassed to tell you when I joined Legal Shield, I was married with 2 children. Again, now we have 4, but I didn't have my last will and testament done. But I'm not alone, right? The average will costs $500 to $1,000 to have it prepared by a lawyer. Legal Shield takes away that excuse. We give you one just for having our service. Not only that, they'll update it each year at no additional cost. And listen, I'll never forget my uncle. My mom has 8 sisters and 1 brother. My only uncle passed a couple of years ago. He was connected to life support, but my mom and her sisters didn't have to argue back and forth on whether they thought they were doing what was best for my uncle because it was already in his living will. I've seen siblings no longer speak because there wasn't a will in place. Don't put your family through that. Make sure you take care of your last will and testament. You have access to that now. Right there through your app, you can start filling out the worksheet for your last will and testament. The part of our membership that gives my wife and I the greatest amount of peace of mind is the red button right there on your Legal Shield mobile app. It says emergency access. That's right, we give you 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week access in emergency situations. And listen, this isn't about bad people doing worse things. We're saying bad things happen to good people too. You see, one of my sons is in college. He's a great kid, but he could be a great kid at the right party with the wrong crowd at the wrong time. And if he's being questioned, detained, or arrested, he doesn't have a right to call dad or a right to call pastor, but he has a right to call his lawyer. And he has access to that 24 hours a day. Make sure you not only take advantage of this membership, but tell the people who you love and care about that this exists. Now, if you're anything like me, it's not about how much money you make, but how much money you keep. You see, everything that we've talked about so far is already 100% covered with your membership. But anything that falls outside of that, you're going to get a 25% preferred member discount. You see, because you're part of Legal Shield, you'll never, ever have to pay 100% for your attorney fees again. At minimum, you'll get a discount. Those are things like contested divorce. Perhaps you want to sue someone, or maybe it's bankruptcy. At minimum, you get a preferred member discount. And because you're signing up with Legal Shield today, in addition to your discount, you're also going to have access to a program we call Member Perks. That's right, 400 vendors you get to save money on now. Places you already spend money with, right? Like Best Buy for electronics. Or when I go rent a car, I took my son to college just a month ago. And guess what? I saved $102 on my rent-a-car. We went to the movies. I saved $6 per ticket. This is huge. So again, you have so many areas where you can save money. In fact, let me just tell you this. For this legal plan, we're not talking about $200 an hour for a lawyer, which would be what, thousands a month? We're talking about $24.95 a month. You have access to our service. Less than $25 a month, less than $1 a day. And guess what? I save more money than that every single month just by using my Member Perks program. So congratulations on being a Legal Shield member. You're going to save a lot of money, but more importantly, it's going to reduce your stress. If you're ever in a situation, don't ever forget, you have empowerment. Press that button right on your mobile app. So now after learning a little bit more about Legal Shield, I'm sure you would agree, for what it would normally cost to have 1 hour of a lawyer's time, we get to protect and empower you, your spouse, and your dependents for an entire year for what you would normally pay for that same 1 hour of a lawyer's time. You've got to agree that we are truly leveling the legal playing field for the first time in North America. And that's just one of the problems that we're solving. The other major problem that we're solving is the identity theft epidemic, right? We know it's one of the fastest growing crimes in America. Most people think it's just financial, but it's bigger than just financial, right? There's tax fraud, and there's medical fraud, and there's social security fraud. And so what happens when we're a victim of identity theft? Most folks, first of all, don't even know they've been victimized. And so we actually do monitoring, again, right through an app on your phone. We'll monitor and alert you if someone accesses your information. And again, we're not just talking about financial. We're monitoring your entire digital DNA. But when someone accesses your information, where do you go from there? Well, with a tap of a button on your app, you now have access to a licensed private investigator who will do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to restore your identity back to pre-theft status. You see, this differentiates us from everybody else that's out there. And it's exciting to know we've got a real product that solves, again, a real problem when people are in such a need today. I know you would agree that one of the most valuable things you have is your identity. And the cost of owning an IDShield membership to protect you and your family is only $24.95. And if you're an individual, so you're not married, you don't have any dependents, it's only $9.95. So collectively, the Legal Shield plan and our IDShield plan, only $49.90 to protect your entire family. Again, about $1 a day. So that's why these two services marry so well together. If you're being pulled over for a routine traffic violation, and there's a bench warrant out for your arrest or something you didn't even do, sure, you have an identity theft situation because someone did something bad in your good name, but that also can quickly turn into a legal situation. And so you want to have access to both of these services combined. Again, protect yourself for less than $1 a day. But guess what? We get to, without having experience as a lawyer or experience as a licensed private investigator, profit from these two major problems that we're solving across North America today. You see, it took me 7 years to get my bachelor's degree, so I'm certainly not a lawyer, but I get to stand as the middleman between the lawyers doing an amazing job by providing the service and our members who need access to them and our licensed private investigators. And we've been able to earn a great living by doing so. I've already told you we've been stay-at-home parents for 20 years for our 4 children. But just as importantly, we've been able to help a lot of other people do the same thing. And it's nothing like having success with other people that indirectly you've been able to empower and impact the direction of their life. The gentleman I'm about to introduce did that just for me. You see, he introduced me to Legal Shield, and my life has not been the same since. I hope by you seeing the same information that I saw when I was 28 years old will direct your life, will shift the way you see things and the way you see yourself in your future. Please help me welcome back Mr. Brian Carruthers.
Thanks, Darnell. And after hearing your presentation again, I want to sign up all over again. And now that you've heard it, I'm sure you understand why we're signing up tens of thousands of new customers every single month. Not everybody buys a Legal Shield membership, but most smart people do. I would never want my wife or my kids leaving home without these apps on their phone. So I believe Legal Shield doesn't cost us money. I think it saves us money. I got the peace of mind. I've got less stress in my life. I save a lot of money in legal fees that I never would have paid for if I had to pay full price. But the member perks, I save more money with that per month than it cost me for a Legal Shield membership. So I'm saving my way to a free legal plan every single month, and you can do the same thing. But now let's shift gears, because how do people learn about Legal Shield? It's through word of mouth. We tell people about great movies, great restaurants, we just never get paid for it. I told people about Facebook and they should go get an account. I told people about Netflix, never got paid. But guess what? Legal Shield actually allows us to become entrepreneurs. And Jim Rohn, my favorite author and business coach of all time, he said, you work hard all day at your job to earn a living, but you should be working spare time, nights or weekends, building your fortune. And so I don't know what your plan A is, your job is right now, but when I got started in Legal Shield, I was full-time in real estate. I was working 60, 70 hours a week. I call it working 8 to faint. I was doing great. I was making a great income, but I had no time freedom and I was not happy. A lot of my friends, they had a lot of time, but they had no money and they were unhappy. I wanted to have a happy balance of both. And when I saw the business model with Legal Shield, I said, this is a way for me to be able to change that. I could actually have time and money together. So Legal Shield basically makes it very simple to go out and share these services with other people, and the company's going to reward you financially. And you already do word of mouth marketing as it is. You probably told people about Facebook when you learned about it, or Instagram, or you referred somebody to go get an Amazon or a Netflix account. You just didn't get paid for doing the marketing for those billion-dollar companies. Well, Legal Shield's going to pay you several different ways for helping us spread the word. So the first way that Legal Shield pays us is an upfront commission for each person that we refer to become a customer. And so I'm going to give you some examples based on a $49.90 family plan combination, the family legal plan and the family ID Shield $49.90. Now, be sure to check the compensation plan sheet to see what your compensation would be based on the plan that you're selling in that particular state. So on that $49.90 sale, you're earning a $60 minimum commission. And you heard it right. You sell something for $49 and you're getting paid $60. But that's just the minimum. The more people that you refer and sign up, the more you're going to get paid on subsequent sales. So for example, after you sign up just $180 in membership sales, which might be only 4 members, or just $90 in membership sales and bring in one who becomes an associate like you, now they're going to double your commission to $120 a pop. And then it goes up to $140, then $160, then $190, then $230, all the way up to $280. So every $49 referral that you make, you're earning anywhere from $60 up to $280. So I want you to stop and think right now. What would you do with an extra amount of cash coming in on a regular basis from a side Legal Shield business? Let's say you're a senior associate making $120 a pop. And let's say every Monday you just took a few minutes or maybe an hour to market a couple memberships. $249 sales each Monday. You made an extra $240 a week, an extra $1,000 a month. What would an extra $1,000 a month do for your household? Would that allow you to pay off some debt, knock out a car payment, maybe put your kids in better school? And that's just at the beginning of our compensation structure. And that's just the first way we get paid. That's the linear income. You get paid on anybody that you refer. The second way we get paid is called override income, or what I call leveraged income. See, I was very fortunate to be raised by my father, who understood and taught me a business principle that most people in this country go to their grave never even figuring out. He said, Brian, you go out and sell a house and make a bunch of money, but would you rather work hard or would you rather work smart? He said, wouldn't you rather be the real estate broker and have hundreds of agents out there selling houses for you and get a little piece of the action off each one of their sales? That's called leverage. So in Legal Shield, you're allowed to do the same thing. Market as many memberships as you want personally. But you can also share this opportunity with others, bring them into the business. They become a part of your team. And every time they market the service to somebody, they're getting paid anywhere from $60 up to $280, like we just described. But the company's also going to compensate you an additional override on every membership that they're marketing. And that override starts off at $20. And these are cumulative, so it goes from 20 to 40 to 60 to 90, all the way up to $180. So think about this. Every time you market a membership, you're making anywhere from 60 to 280. Anytime somebody else markets a membership, you're making anywhere from 20 to 180. So you're making money when you're signing people up. You're making money when other people are signing people up. So just to demonstrate real quickly the power of leveraged income, the reason why a real estate broker wants to hire as many agents as he can to help him sell houses, the reason why you as an associate in Legal Shield want to bring on as many associates on your team as you can. And think about this. What if you assembled just a team of 30 associates who are each only marketing 5 $49 plans a month? 30 people on your team, just marketing 5 a month. As an executive director, your overrides would be over $7,500 a month in income. That's why you want to have the leveraged income working in with all the memberships that you're personally selling yourself. But what I believe is the most important way to earn money. People say, making money while you're sleeping. Well, that happens when you've got residual cash flow. What is residual income? It's when you do something one time and you get paid over and over and over and over and over again for what you did once. Like an insurance agent sells you an insurance policy for your home, for your car, whatever. They sell you a policy one time, they get a big commission up front, and then every year when it renews, that agent gets a renewal income automatically. I've got the same insurance agent over in Maryland that's got all my homes and all my cars insured with her, and has so for over 20 years. The only time I ever talked to her is when I'm adding another house or adding another car. Otherwise, I never talked to her, but she earns renewal income without ever talking to me year after year after year. Where with Legal Shield, every time you and your teammates market and place a membership with a family, you're getting a huge upfront commission. But on top of that, a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, you're also earning monthly residual income for the lifetime of those members on this membership. Now, let me tell you guys, I've been in this business now for a couple decades, over 20 years. I got started in September 1998, and I started going out and spreading the word about Legal Shield, signing people up, getting those nice upfront commissions, which were awesome. But the most amazing part of this is here we are 20 years later. I'm still getting paid residuals when people sign up in 98, 99, 2000, 2001, still getting paid residuals all these years later. I would not do anything else the rest of my life if it didn't have, number one, leverage, and number two, residual income attached. Because if 100% of your income comes from 100% of what you do, in my book, that's called scary. What happens if you get sick, can't work, want to retire, God forbid you lose your job? What would happen? Well, with Legal Shield, what's amazing about this, I started off part-time, worked it a few hours a week as much as I could, and then I started doing so well with it, I walked away from real estate, went full-time with Legal Shield. I was able to be a stay-at-home parent as well as my wife the entire time since, built our home-based business into a full-time income, but here's what's amazing about it. God forbid something happens to me. I've got a wife I love, kids that I love, and if I was in real estate, not able because I'm no longer here to go out and hustle my next house sale, what would happen to them? But because I built up a Legal Shield business of my own, I've got that residual cash flow that God forbid something happens to me, they inherit that cash flow that will take care of them forever. That's the amazing part of building your own business within Legal Shield. And here's what's really cool. We have less than 3% market penetration. It means 97 out of 100 people in America have no clue we exist. Timing could not get any better than where we sit right now. And I certainly don't want to overlook this, so I just want to mention it real briefly. We have incredible incentives that the company makes available for us. For example, we've got trips that you can earn every single year. We've got cash bonuses on a monthly basis, so you've got huge commissions, incredible passive overrides, residual income that you're building up that's going to pay you for the rest of your life, and we have a lot of fun going on trips and getting cash bonuses along the way. We call it Performance Club, and we're looking forward to you being a part of that as well. So what does it cost to get started up in a Legal Shield business for yourself? It's only $99. Now, when I got started 20 years ago, it was $249. And I turned that into a life-changing business, so it's the best decision I've ever made. But our CEO said we need more boots on the ground. We need more people spreading the word faster about Legal Shield to empower more families and give more people peace of mind. So he said, look, it's only $99, not even the price of a tank and a half of gas. You can't even take your family out for a family of four to a dinner and movies on a Friday night for what it costs to start up your own business with Legal Shield. And we will teach you word for word, step by step, how to go out there and successfully generate a profit-generating business. Now, I want you to understand that anybody who becomes an entrepreneur and starts a business, they want to know the first question they need answered is how quickly am I going to get my investment back? If you invested $300,000, which is a typical franchise, it'll take you 3 to 5 years to get into profit mode to get your investment back. So again, the only startup cost that we have to get your Legal Shield business going is $99. And then beyond that, the only ongoing business expense is only $19.95 for what we call Legal Shield Advantage. You're going to have your website to be able to go into your back office and see your commission statements, your customer reports, training, access to everything. You're also going to get an app on your phone. So that way, if you have somebody who wants to check out information and you don't feel like doing a whole presentation, you can shoot them over a link to a video that explains all of this for you. It'll track everything on the app, track everything in your back office, and all of that is provided as a part of the Legal Shield Advantage. So as a traditional business owner, you probably know that your monthly ongoing expenses can be thousands or tens of thousands of dollars, but with Legal Shield, it's virtually almost nothing. So that's why I say you have nothing to lose and all to gain by doing what Jim Rohn says that we all should be doing. You have your job that you work all day to earn your living, but you should be working spare time, nights, or weekends, building your fortune. Now you've got the best opportunity I've ever seen in my lifetime to have a side business with virtually no downside, all upside, to be to build an entrepreneurship business from home to set you and your family up for a much more prosperous future. So I hope that you get back with the person who showed you this information, become a member, become an associate. We're going to get you paid, promoted, and help you go on to becoming a very successful Legal Shield associate and entrepreneur. Have a great day.
Everyone understands the need and the purpose for insurance, but not many consider the value of being proactive about potential legal or identity theft issues. Instead, they react after the fact. Legal Shield offers a suite of valuable products, from options to protect families, businesses, CDL licenses, and even gun owners. There's legal protection for all walks of life. Since the company's founding in 1972, We have taken pride in our long history of bringing fair access and the legal help that all individuals deserve as a founding entity in the legal services industry in the United States. Our members have access to a contract of benefits backed by an unmatched network of seasoned attorneys. Through our collective purchasing power, we're typically the law firm's largest client. Most ID protections offer little more than monitoring, offering no answer if an identity theft actually takes place. We offer our members full restoration of their good name through licensed investigators. Thanks to our proprietary network and technologies, LegalShield and IDShield manage superior service level agreements, quality assurance standards, resulting in high net promoter scores. We strive for excellence in all that we do. And with more than 40 years of experience, LegalShield knows how to set its associates up for success. Selling LegalShield can give you multiple ways to earn. You can sell products directly or build an organization that sells for you. There are many avenues to success with LegalShield, and every membership sold generates commission renewals for the lifetime of the membership. If you are currently working in the insurance or employee benefit space, consider adding LegalShield and IDShield to your portfolio today. Maybe it's time for a new career, but what should it be? For me, I needed something that was fun, exciting, and rewarding. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted a flexible schedule. I wanted an opportunity to earn a well above average income. So what does almost everyone need, few have, and most can afford? My name is Bill Stovall, and for the last 15 years, I've built a sizable book of business with LegalShield, working with business owners and working in the employee benefits arena. And by the way, I had no prior experience in that area. 90% of Americans say they do not have any form of legal insurance or protection. Yet 57 million working Americans experienced at least one significant legal event in the last 12 months. Sadly, 40% of them did not even seek legal advice due to cost. LegalShield and IDShield exist to provide access to the justice and equality that everyone deserves. There are options to protect families, businesses, CDL drivers, and even gun owners. This has created an incredible opportunity for a unique and valuable employee benefit offering. Since the company's founding in 1972, we've taken pride in our long history of bringing fair access and the legal help that all individuals deserve. Our members have access to a contract of benefits backed by an unmatched network of seasoned attorneys across all 50 states and 4 provinces of Canada. And through our collective purchasing power, we're typically the law firm's largest client. Most ID protections are little more than monitoring services, offering no real help in the event that an identity theft actually takes place. We offer our members full restoration of their good name through licensed investigators. We strive for excellence in all that we do, and with better than 40 years experience, we know how to set our associates up for success. Selling LegalShield gives you multiple ways to earn. As a professional seller, you can sell products directly, or you can build an organization that sells for you. There are many avenues to success with LegalShield, and every membership sold by you or your team generates commission renewals for the lifetime of the membership. If you are looking for a career change, and you would enjoy working with business owners, HR managers, and their staff, providing them with valuable resources, consider LegalShield today.
So that gives you all the information on LegalShield, IDShield. Like I said, we do recruit and sell in the UK, Puerto Rico, the whole US, and Canada. So if you need us, give us a call. Our number is 662-912-3914. Again, that number is 662-912-3914. 3914. And we look forward to seeing you come on board, whether it's as a client or as an associate. Get in touch with us. We will be happy to answer any and all of your questions and help you out. Thank you and have a nice day.